welcome to another episode of France Unfiltered. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to see more of our content, don't forget to subscribe. So it's Monday morning again. I don't know where the time's going at the minute. It just feels like from one week to the next, it's just flying by. I've come out on a walk. I'm not going to go very far, but as the weather was sort of cooling down a little, I thought it was a good time to come out. And then I'll head home. I have a manicure and pedicure client this morning. It's crazy as well to think that my family are arriving next week. It feels like really special that all of them have been able to get time off and come down on the same week. So I really need to start looking at our rooms and making sure that I have everything that I need and that I can get their rooms all set up nicely. I know Kath and Mark are working like Trojans to try and get their place finished to a point where it'll be ready for guests. But it's hard. It's hard because the filming work starts up again in the summer. And obviously we've been really busy with our work at Pearl de Dom and it all takes time. Isn't this fabulous? A lovely early morning walk. Early morning, it's after 8. I'm going to stop gassing because as you can see I'm terribly unfit and I'm a bit out of breath. So I'm going to focus on my walk, head home and start my day. Good afternoon guys, it's 4 p.m, still Monday by the way. And I just had Millie here from France Unlocked. She does all things admin with cars, carte vitale, registering your businesses. And I mentioned to her that I wanted to edit my URSSAF documentation to reflect the fact that I now do social media marketing. I thought that would be super straightforward, which it can be. And then I thought, now that I've monetized my YouTube channel, it might be good to find out, like further down the line, if I ever earned anything serious through YouTube, what that would be. Well, turns out it's sort of generated more questions than answers because it turns out that any sort of YouTube income is considered commercial activity instead of profession libérale, which was a huge red flag to me because our visa types are profession libérale entrepreneur. My visa is very specific and it doesn't include commercial activity. A commercial activity like that would no longer come under URSSAF, it would come under the GREF, which is a different organisation. So in the end, Millie said, let's just write an email to the Chambre de Métier and ask them. And actually, the woman that we dealt with down in Agen at the Chambre de Métier was super helpful. And just to know that it's being dealt with and it's being handled properly, I would readily part with another €200 to do that. That's what it cost us the first time each. But the peace of mind of knowing it was sorted was so worth it. So I'll see what she says. They are really helpful, as I say, so I'm sure she'll be able to help. With the social media marketing, it is still coming under a activité libérale, which is fabulous because that is still in line with our visa. Just wanted to update you on that. Right, so it is from l'assurance maladie, but it's addressed to me. Oh, wow. So I'm going to share this on here because it's very important to me and I think that we need to reduce the stigma around it, but it's actually an invitation for a cervical cancer test, which is just incredible. I've literally been in the system maybe 6 months. Please come as soon as possible, even if you do not have symptoms. Early detection can avoid 90% of uterine cancer. So I've had, obviously, a cervical screening before in England, but they recently changed the law over there. It used to be every 3 years. I think it's now every 5, and I think it's all to do with funding, but I find it alarming. So yeah, an invitation to a cervical screening test, which is just incredible. If you haven't been for one recently, ladies, book one in. It's really, really important. You do not want to mess around if you have the option of getting something sorted sooner. I'm really, really impressed. But yes, I close this segment by urging all of you, you must go and get these preventative screenings whether that's for bowel cancer, uterine cancer, whatever it is, just go and get yourself checked. So what are you doing?
Cutting the grass.
Oh.
No, you wet it. You want your tiramisu? These are, yeah, if you read the packet it says tiramisu. It's for the viewers out there, I'll wet it.
Have you had a good day today then, boys?
Very good. Tiramisu. All sorts today.
Brilliant.
Yeah, we've done the funny bits of cutting the holes out for the taps, which is awkward. We were just about to tile the wall when I said about putting these on, which we were going to do. So Kath went out and picked really nice ones. Look at them, brushed steel. Which then meant we had to cut every single tile down 20mm, which made it a longer job. But we don't want a quick job, we want a good job.
Oh yes.
They have to match up, because obviously back tiles got to match up with side tiles.
Yeah, well, we've gone off the shower tray, so that is good.
Oh, that's looking mighty fine, that, isn't it?
Right, give me a measurement mark off the top there. Oh, where's your stick? You've had mate. It's down there. Touch me with your rhythm stick.
It's nice to be a lunatic. 4mm there, 4 centimetres there, the exact gap. 4.5 there.
No way!
How does that work then?
Yeah, we've lost 5mm somewhere.
How does that work?
That's for the ceiling.
So whose
Could
shower
be.
is this going to be? Nick, Bridget's or Amanda and Martin's? Or all of yours?
Yeah, all of us are in here. 6 of us.
That's why they had to go for the extra wide shower tray for communal washing. So Catherine,
4mm.
what have you been battling all day? What have we all been battling all day?
Horseflies!
Terrible.
Hideous things.
They're hard to describe because they don't have horseflies like this in England. They're like B-52 bombers.
They're awful, they're massive, aren't
Although
they?
actually some of them don't make a
Shall we go
noise.
see if we can find a dead one for you to see? Or a live one?
Oh yeah. Do you see it?
Let me slip it off. I'll give it a
This
whack.
is the bit where I get bit. Literally flew right into the lens. Oh, there, look, there.
Ooh,
Oh, there's 2. Look at the size of that.
there's a dead one. If I touch it.
So that, guys, is a big storm coming in. I can hear the thunder already. And you can see it's already raining over there. The prefecture has actually issued a warning for the storm today, particularly hail. I've seen it damage cars here before. Can you hear that? So, I'm just taking all of the shopping in now. It was one of those shops where I got to the checkout and thought, oh, that won't come to much more than €80. 140. Right, let's get in away from this weather. You can really hear it rolling in. What are you doing then? Hey? You being a good little boy? Hey? Oh, good boy. So yes, so I'll get the washing in, take down the lanterns, maybe hide some of my plants in case they get got. But yeah, you can see it over there, look. Oh. Those hailstones are huge! So it's the morning after the storm. And look at the beautiful blue skies. Wouldn't believe it, would you? Good morning from Kath and I. Morning. We are in Agen this morning, so I can't remember exactly when my last update was, but I have a meeting at the Chambre de Métier this morning to register the social media content creator aspect of my business and also the makeup and hair aspect. Yes, so it means that as far as the taxman's concerned, everything is above board, which is good because wedding season hasn't started yet and I haven't started my social media yet, but I am literally right on the cusp of doing so.
I say cusp because I'm from Leeds.
We're on cusp.
We didn't say cusp in Leeds.
Just got out of the Chambre de Métier and had no issues adding the social media content creator on. However, when it comes to hair, I've hit a snag. Coiffure or so hair styling, hair cutting, anything like that is a profession réglementée, which means that they have to verify diplomas in order to let you do it. Now, I had this problem before with nails, and the way of getting around it is proving that you did that profession for 3 years, that you have 3 years experience. So I've already got some ideas. The annoying thing is it means I have to pay again, so I'm down 70 euros today, but it's worth it. I need to be able to work, it's important to me, so there we are. So Kath was going to come and meet me, but it's such a glorious day and I had no idea there's like a whole park between where I was and the industrial estate, so I thought I'd have a walk.
So I'm covered in muck because my shower tray screens I got. He came and he went, "Are you all by yourself?" And I said, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh." And then he made me help him move them in, like the way a ton. He said, "You can't lay them flat, it's glass. You've got to stand them up." Like, what? And then just left me. So I'm ratcheting. I didn't know how to do ratchet. I did ratchet and it popped off. He said, about 10 minutes later, "Do you need some help?" "Oh, yes, please." So I'm really nervous because if these ratchets come off and it comes forward, there's 2 shower screens at 460 euros.
Don't worry, that's worst case scenario.
Nervous. So after we've driven a little bit, I'm going to stop and have a look. Now?
Yep. What's going on?
Mike, I'll have to use your van. Oh yeah, it needs fuel.
Rude.
Now it's gone up by 10 tontines.
Tontines.
Where am I from? South Africa. Where there is the Kruger. I'm a winner.
What are you doing?
So yeah, work on bedside cabinet. So the main structures are done. There's a lot of horseflies at the moment. But
This is all looking great in here.
yeah, well I finally managed to put a shelf up so I can put some speakers up because I like music while I work. And these are solid ash, because that almost looks like cherry. So yeah, screwing them down there and then just enough clearance at the back for the sockets. I chose some nice grain for the front, so the wood's growing out sideways on this, so when you cut through it you get a lovely ripple effect. So that'll fit in there nicely, like a millimetre gap. There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's coming together.
Leon just quickly lined the raised bed.
It was something I was going to do in the morning when it wasn't 35 degrees, but needs must.
Yes. Well, our farmer, Gilles, who gives us our wood,
Voisin.
said, "Oh, I'll go get some soil for you and I'll drop it in the raised bed," but it wasn't lined, so Leon rushed home to do it.
There we go.
Woo!
Hello.
Hey! the raised beds are filled, which is such exciting news. Unfortunately, a lot of my veg is looking quite defeated, but I'm hoping that maybe in putting it out in the raised bed, giving it a good water, I'll give it one last ditch attempt at life. And if it chooses death, then so be it. But let me show you what I want to plant. I've got squash, beetroot, strawberry plants. The farmer told me that the season for strawberries is over. Basil plants, courgettes, marigolds and tomato plants. And I'm going to get them in the raised bed. Raised bed done. That was actually easier than I imagined. The squash, the peppers, the beetroot, they all look great. One of my raspberry canes is looking okay, the other looks dead, but I've planted it anyway just in case. And then the tomato plants did not fare well in the storm. They blew off the terrace. Oh my word. Blew off the terrace and some of the stalks have snapped, but it's really good quality soil. So he delivered 2 bucket loads of regular soil, and then the top layer was from the cow pen. So it's like really black soil with cow pats mixed in. So it's probably really good for plants. The other things I planted are the dahlias. I'd completely forgotten I even had them. We're prepping for another heat wave. It's going to get really hot over the weekend, 37 degrees. So yeah, the pool is not looking brilliant. I used the last of the chlorine. We could do to get some more, but I just haven't gotten around to going out to buy some yet. But yeah, it's looking a bit cloudy. It's not too green though. But yeah, it's already warm. We're still getting used to this French weather. So the challenge is you each have to eat this sweet, but you cannot.
At the same time, the first one to go, anything different in your face.
Countdown, please.
3, 2, 1, go. No, no. Their eyes are watering.
It's okay. Ah, it is now.
Oh, your eyes nearly turned inside out.
That is really sour, that.
I don't know. You're doing ever so well, Leon.
Wasn't sour just before.
I want to get sad.
Happy Saturday, everybody. So I know we've all been talking about how we have family coming in a week's time. It's actually a week tomorrow. And Mark and Kath have loads to do in the house because they've got guests coming and they still didn't have a toilet or a sink or... yeah. You all know it. Check out Wilson's World and you'll see it. But I have stuff I need to do as well. Our house isn't exactly ready for guests. We still have storage issues, which I know sounds ridiculous because the house is quite large. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that we don't have any freestanding furniture like drawers or even bedside tables. We've been borrowing Kath and Mark's furniture for 6 months. And we were meant to buy our own in that time, or that was the plan. But I don't know. The trouble is Leon wants to make the furniture and I'd love for him to make the furniture, but realistically we just don't have the time for him to spend days on making our furniture when he's got jobs coming in. So to cut a story, we haven't got any furniture and Kath wants a lot of hers back. What I need to do this afternoon is kind of move bed linens around and try to maximise storage in one of the other bedrooms so that I'm not going in and out of my mum's or my auntie's rooms when they're here. I also need to make sure that all the bed linens are ready. I actually just got done emptying the washing machine, so the bed linen that was used last week will be hung out to dry. But our main job this afternoon is dropping off the lawnmower. It's going in this afternoon, so Leon and I are going to go down to Fumel and do that. This evening I made a reservation at the Saint-André, which, if you remember, I went there with the girls for dinner a few weeks back, and it was so nice, but poor Leon missed out, didn't you, babe?
I missed out!
They have really good burgers, but the best thing is the baked camembert with pesto.
That did look good. It looked like hummus in the video, actually.
So good. So that's the plan. Jobs done, didn't we?
All day night, because we've been working a lot recently, and sometimes when I get busy I forget that it's really nice spending time with Sarah, because I just think once I've got this job done I'll get another job done, and then what happens is you get more jobs and then you just never have time off. So Sarah's very good, because now and again she forces / reminds me to take a bit of time off, and it's actually really good. So.
Leon snoozed on the sofa and watched some David Attenborough, didn't you? Never ever happens.
Here we see a great ocean. I, for one, have lived through the time of change.
We're going to Montflanken, and we're going to the same restaurant I went to with the girls a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
So we will check back in when we get there.
Yeah, I remember looking through the plastic sheeting that was on the outside. Today it's rolled up.
So no camembert.
No, but they have chicken, which is just as good. With a little mustardy dip.
And that's the drink we're having.
So dip a little bit of the chicken.
Good.
That's good.
So we've ordered the burger, both of us. It's so yummy.
The Bastille Square of Montflanken. Which you've got to say, it's pretty beautiful. It is hot. It's like 33 degrees now.
35, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a big fan behind us that's not turned on.
So, when you're in France, always order the Café Gourmand. You get a coffee or a tea, but then you get a selection of the desserts.
I'm quite jealous.
A mini creme brulee, a bowl of ice cream, a chocolate brownie, and I think that's a panna cotta with fruit coulis.
We were going to go somewhere else for a drink, but I think we both decided we're a bit too hot.
There's a weather warning today. It's absolutely roasting.
Not as hot as last week, though.
What did you get? You got rum raisin and chocolate.
I wanted chocolate mint, but I didn't have any mint chocolate.
So, in the area in which we live near Agen, it's very famous for prunes. And many years ago, and I believe this picture probably dates to like 1900, this area here was a prune market, well, a marketplace where they sold prunes.
It's a really good place to take your date. Come on, love, we're going to the prune market.
That's so good. Oh, Leon. It's a really good place to take your date. So that's our day finished. We came back from Monflanken and had a dip in our slightly green pool and fought with the local horseflies and lost.
Yeah, there are a lot of them this year, and they're big awkward ones with big green eyes.
Oh, they're hideous. And they bite. So yeah, there's that. It's like it knew. It was like, woohoo, let me perform. So I said to Leon, we never close the vlog together, so let's do it quickly now. Thank you so much for watching this episode of France Unfiltered.
Like, share,
And subscribe.
subscribe.
And if you'd like to, you can always follow us on Instagram. The username is France_unfiltered, and we post semi-regularly on there about different things, more spontaneous than the vlog. Follow us on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching this video. And Leon, myself and the horseflies will see you next week.
Hopefully there'll be less horseflies next week.
Can't believe they like turned up just to do it. Right. Bye.
Bye.